This video is going to be the part 2 showing us how to do the tree on top of our value sky we did last week. So every table is going to get a tray with just black paint on it. And just like last week, we don't want water in our brush. We're not going to clean our brush the entire time. So once we pull it out, we scrape 3 or 4 times, get the water out, and then we can move our cup aside because we do not wash it the whole time until we're done. Then we're each going to take a good amount. I like to just kind of roll it in there so that all sides of this brush are covered. But a lot of you I see do this where you like kind of smush the brush in and it makes the bristles really fat. We don't want that. We want to roll it so that we get a thin point so that our brush is skinny, not fat, okay? And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a tree that comes all down the side of this. I'm going to move this to the side. All down this left-hand side, and then the roots kind of come out down here, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is the tree trunk. Then we'll add the branches. So about 2 fingers from the side of the page, at the top, we're going to start by drawing our line. And trees are kind of bumpy, so I'm going to zoom in slightly so you can really see. Trees are kind of bumpy, so it's okay if you have a bit of it's not perfectly straight. We want some bumps in there. Then I'm going to start getting wider. I'm going to start going, once I get to the bottom part of the page, it's not going to go straight down. It's going to start going out a little bit because trees at the base are fatter at the base. And so it's going to start coming out, and then I'm going to have kind of like a root that comes down like this. So I know it's hard to see because it's already dark. Here, I'm going to turn on this other light and it might help. Yeah, that helps. So the line's going down, starting to go out right here, so it's a little fatter, and then kind of curves down. Now I'm going to take some more paint, roll, and paint that fully in. That's going to be my tree trunk, okay? So don't be shy with the paint. We don't need to go over it a million times. Just get the paint on there. We're doing up and down brush strokes because trees go up and down, right? Now the root goes out this way, so we go side to side at the bottom. So once we...
I'll go get it.
Daniel, stop talking, put it down, and eyes on the screen. Daniel, shh. Now we're going to do tree branches. Tree branches are going to start about halfway up, and they're going to be wider, closer to the tree, and get skinnier the further out. Now I'm going to do a branch going down below my moon. So I'm going to start by pressing down all the way until my brush is flattened. Kind of curve it down. I'm going to wiggle it a little. And I'm going to start twisting my brush and picking it up at the same time so it gets thinner. So I'm twisting and picking up my brush. Now I'm just going to use I'm going to get a little more paint. I'm going to use the very tip. I'm going to barely press down and make a really thin line. The harder we press, the fatter the line. The lighter we press, the skinnier the line. Okay? Ooh, I just made a mark on there. I'm going to cover that up with a branch. If you accidentally make a mark on your paper, you can just cover it up. So I've got a little black mark that I made. So instead of leaving it blank, I'm going to come over here and start doing a little scraggly branch that comes down. Now again, I'm slightly wiggling my brush so it's a little bit twisted. I'm going to do a little branch off of that. It's almost like the letter Y. Do you guys see the letter Y here? I'm doing just branches going off branches and making a bunch of Ys. Do you see how that looks like the letter Y? Turned sideways. Then we're going to do another branch up here, coming off of that first branch that we've done. maybe a little small side one, a small side one, a little small side one. Then we're gonna add another big branch. So I'm gonna go up here, and I'm gonna start going up, pressing hard right near the tree trunk so it's fat, and then start to twist and lift up my brush at the same time. So I'm putting less pressure on it until I'm just using the very, very tip of my brush. I'm going to add a little offshoot brush here, starting a little thicker, making it thinner. Anywhere where I want, I can add my little Y's, my little letter Y's. Okay? I might want a big branch coming off right here. Maybe another branch is right here that goes right off the page. I can't really see what's happening because it's going right off the page. But it's got a little side branch that overlaps. Don't be afraid to take a branch from one of the taller ones and have it go over another branch. And don't do only tiny little branches. Some of these branches should go almost completely across the whole page. Does that make sense? You want long branches. Some of them are going to go up and some of them are going to go down. You want both. Now, once I've done that, I might add a little small tree in the distance back here. It's going to be way smaller because we're giving the impression, or we're making it seem like it's really far away. So I do a big trunk, and then I start doing really, really, really tiny branches. And I start doing branches off of those branches. So first I do the bigger branches, and then I do branches off of those. And I'm only using the very tip of my brush. And I'm twirling my brush on the paint, trying to make it into a fine point. Okay, then once you've done your tree, and you've gotten your trunk and your branches, and you're ready to move on, we can start adding things that we want. Like I might want to do a little hint of a bird flying across that moon. Just a curved line like that. And I might do another tiny one. Over here. And maybe I want to do a bird sitting on the tree, or a spider hanging down from the tree. Maybe I want to do a few more small trees down here. That's up to you. You get to personalize it how you want, okay? So the last part of class will be you adding in details, but the first that you only add in details like this once your tree is done.